Hey, how's it going? Hans Schaff here, GoTinyBeFree at the cottages at Pine Lake. As you can see, we got the RJO 8x16 behind me. Got some reindeer behind me as well, and a few solar panels, so we can generate some power on here until we get the utilities all set up here and in place. I'm going to back out of the view here so you can kind of see things a little better. But yeah, I'm just here going to do a quick little video for you today. I want to talk about amenities. There's a great sale that's going on. I'm sure that you're aware of the RJO double dormer deal for $25,000 plus a lake lot. You can get on the property here for $40,000. You know, this comes standard in a certain way, and there's not much you can do to it as far as rearranging things. But there are about 25 different add-ons that you can add to this tiny house. And right now, till the end of the year, they're doing a sale where basically the double dormer options are already two is considered two options. So you're getting $5,000 right now if you buy your tiny house, your RJO tiny house right now. $25,000, they're going to throw in a double dormer option, which is essentially two amenities. You add one more amenity, you're now getting 15% off of that amenity. If you add three more, so it'd be basically a total of 5 amenities essentially, you can be getting 25% off the cost of these amenities. And they're not even asking for payment, I've heard, for anywhere from between 6 and 12 months away. So you can buy a tiny house for $5,000, reserve a lake lot for $7,500, and pay for your amenities, your upgrades, in 6 months, 12 months down the road. So $12,500 down now to get your house and your lot, pay for whatever amenities that you want with 25% discount in 6 or 12 months, and then come up with the rest of your funds for the lot and for the tiny house, a couple months time when you're about 6 weeks out from the build start, and man, you're good to go. You can get in on this promotion. Like I said, it's going to save you at least $5,000 plus savings of the amenities that you're going to add on to it. I'm going to break it down here in a minute, do some math for you here on the whiteboard. So I'm going to pull up the website here in a minute as well, and let you kind of see the different options that you can add to this tiny house, so that you can be sure to be ready to go when you call Incredible Tiny Homes to place your order. You know what amenities that you want. You can go ahead and get that contract going a little bit faster. So because they are kind of backed up right now, so you want to go ahead and get that order in as quick as you can. So let's go inside and we'll talk more. Hey, here I am in the kitchen, butcher block countertops here. I'm standard on the RJO, and I've got a whiteboard here in front of me and a computer. So I want to go ahead and go through with you some of these options and amenities. And right here I'm on the website, ITH available tiny home options and add-ons. And you'll be able to find this. There's going to be a link in this video. Go ahead and click in the description and you'll find the link to get directly to this page. I'll leave that down below. You can also find it by going GoTinyCottages.com. Again, that's by going to GoTinyCottages.com. There'll be a link on that page as well, so you can get all the different amenities and options that are available for these tiny homes. So let's break this down. First of all, let's go over the math I was talking about earlier. this is the special right now. RJO, 24-foot DDD, double dormer deal. It basically includes 2 amenities, which is the double dormer. You're looking at $40,000 with a lake lot of $300 a month. All right, that's the lot rent. $40,000 on the lake. It's $15,000 for the lot, $25,000 for the house. Again, incredible bargain. The sale probably is going to end anytime. Could end today or tomorrow. The price will be good for $25,000 until the end of the year, but the sale with the double dormers could go anytime. Okay, so right now it is available. Contact Incredible Tiny Homes to go ahead and get your contract going to get that process started so you don't miss out on that. But what we're here to talk about today is the amenities that go along with this deal, okay? And basically, for $5,000 down, 20% of the tiny home, you can go ahead and get your build started. Get the contract. They'll honor this price of $25,000 for the home with $5,000 down. Then you just got to come up with the rest of the money in a couple months' time once you're about 6 weeks out from the build start date, okay? And they're saying right now they're looking at maybe 4 or 5 month time frame on building these tiny homes, okay? They've got over 100 sales. They're real busy. So that just gives you 4 or 5 months to come up with the rest of your funds to liquidate this or sell that or whatever you need to do to kind of move things around. It gives you plenty of time to get that all figured out. And we're doing the same thing for the lake lot. $15,000 is the price of the lot, but until the end of the year, until 12/31, we're going to be offering or accepting $7,500 down, which is basically 50% down for a lake lot. So what that means is for $12,500 total down, you'll be able to. So what that means is for $12,500 down, you'll be able to secure a lake lot and get your tiny home started and building, and then you just got to come up with the remaining, $27,500 for the rest of your home and the rest of your lot within 6 weeks of your build start date. Okay, so $40,000 home you can get right now for $12,500 on the lake here at the Cottages at Pine Lake. So again, that is going to go away at the end of the year. So let's talk about the amenities. That's what this video is supposed to be all about. So I've got down here 5 amenities. If you get 5 total amenities, they will give you 25% off those 5 amenities. Okay. Now again, if you're getting in on this double dormer deal, that counts as 2 amenities. So you add 1 more amenity for a total of what they would consider 3. That's 15% that you're going to give you off that 3rd amenity. If you add a 4th, you get 20% off. A 5th, 25% off. Okay, so you really only need to get 3 more amenities to get 25% off all 3 of those amenities. And again, if you get a 6th or 7th or an 8th or whatever, then it's just going to be even less than that. So again, add in addition to the double dormer deal, you add 1 more amenity, maybe a spare tire. Now it's 15% off. Add a 4th amenity. I mean, you want a bay window for $2,500. Boom, you're now going to make that 20% off all your amenities. And say you also want to get a mini split. That's $2,700. So now they're going to knock 25% off all of those different things. And you don't have to come up with the funds to pay for those add-ons, upgrades, amenities, whatever you want to call them, for 6 to 12 months down the line is what I'm being told. So again, $12,500, you can still add on these amenities and it won't affect your down payment of the house and how much you have to come up with up front. So you obviously still have to pay for it, but it's going to be down the line. So it allows you to kind of get things in motion and get things paid for. So I hope that's clear. I've got it all written out, explained it slowly a couple different times. So if you have any questions, put it down in the comments below. I'll be happy to reiterate or to clarify if there's anything that is unclear here. So now I have the computer right here. Let's scroll down on the website here and let's look at some of the different amenities that are available and maybe do a little bit of math on that as well. All right. So air exchanger, $1,600 is the normal price for an air exchanger. Again, if you're getting 3, 4, or 5 different amenities or options, you can drop off a quarter of the price. So you're talking that's a $1,200 air exchanger if you're getting 5. That's $400 off. If you've got the solar, you can do an extra battery for $1,800. Again, 25% off of that will be $450 that you're knocking off. So I mean, between the 2 of those, you've already saved $850. Bay window, $2,500. Again, a quarter of that is what about $600, $600 something that you can knock off there of a bay window, which is what I have right here in the picture you just saw with the Christmas tree and all in this RJO. And in fact, on this model in particular, I really like the bay window. It adds just a whole other layer of depth and just that huge expanse. Just that, I mean, you saw it looking out that bay window onto the lake. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Why wouldn't you want a window like that? But hey, maybe you don't want to do the full bay window, but you still want the view, but you just want to cut some of the money down. You can get a picture window for $1,000. I believe it's the same size window, just doesn't have the kind of kind of pushed out, 2 feet or whatever, that kind of creates a little spot where you can sit, whatever. But you still get the same view for $1,000. Again, right now, if you've got 25% off, it's only a $750 picture window. So it's looking better and better all the time. Composting toilet. I want to touch on this again real quick. Nature's Head is the product that they offer for $1,200. For Nature's Head installed in the house. They pull out where the other toilet would be and put this one in, and I believe you plug it in so that it has a fan built into it. This particular unit, I believe, you actually have to empty the urine and the fecal matter manually. So, for example, it's got like a little compartment in the front, and you have to kind of unlatch it and take the urine out and dump it somewhere. And then the fecal matter, you mix it in with some compost of some sort to kind of mix it up and kind of get it to help get rid of the smell, and also to get it to kind of start doing its bioactive thing. And then you have to take all that eventually, and you kind of go put it somewhere. Once it's kind of done it's composting. And there's like a handle in there you spin and you turn to kind of mix it all up and keep it all mixed up. So there's another product out there as well. They don't sell it. Incredible Tiny Homes doesn't sell it, but I do recommend it. I have it in one of my tiny houses, in my off-grid version. And it's a very similar concept. It's a waterless toilet. It's called a Separate. You can look it up on Amazon. And it's about a similar price. Of course, the discount here, they're only talking about $850 or something like that. So it's a pretty good price. But if you want a toilet where you basically just kind of take out the trash, like you would if you're changing a diaper on a baby or something, you just kind of take it, put it in a bag and throw it away. That's what the Separate does. It's just a bag in there, and maybe once a week you just kind of close the bag up, open the lid up, and take it out and throw it in the trash. And the urine actually separates. That's what's called a Separate. It separates and diverts the urine into the actual gray water system. So you don't have to mess with urine at all. You just have to, take the fecal matter and the toilet paper and all that stuff, and you just basically just take the bag out, throw it up, put a new bag in, and you're good to go. So I prefer that model. It's a little bit smaller of a unit as well. It's less work. Has a fan built into it as well, so it's constantly sucking in air from the home and then putting it out. So really the smell is really cut back quite a bit. So I really do recommend the Separate waterless toilet as a off-grid option, or as a gray water waterless type system. And again, it's around $1,000, $1,200, something like that on Amazon or whatever. Egress window, they got the main big egress window or a smaller window. The main one is $1,000, smaller one will be $800. An egress window is, the double dormer already comes with an egress window. It's something you need to have in a loft or a sleeping area that doesn't have one already. The double dormer is going to come with the egress window already, so it's not necessary. But if you want to add one on the other side, so you have 2 egress windows up there, so you can get out of either window essentially, you can do that. EMPs, they've got one for AC and for DC voltage. This is basically to protect against electromagnetic pulses, like lightning strikes, things like that. This will protect all your electronics. You got to have a solar system in order to get these as an option. They're $1,000 to go each, or you can get them both or whatever. And then of course 25% off, so you're looking at $750 each for that if you already have a solar system that they are providing you. Farm sink, that would be for models that already come with a farm sink. You can get a different color for an upgraded price. 2-burner cooktop. So this is kind of like an induction type cooktop. There's no knobs, there's no rings, there's no bowls. Really easy to clean. You can use it as a countertop when it's off. In the meantime, it's flat, so that's kind of nice. $500 there, so you take off $130 or whatever from that one, and get a pretty good discount for that. Range hood with microwave shelf, $750 if you want to add that. Exterior 4-step stairs, $650. And again, if you're on the property here, we're going to provide that for you already, so you don't have to worry about that. But it is an option if you want to just get an extra set of stairs, whatever. They'll charge you $650 for that, 4 discounts. Barn door, $650 if you want to do that. It's a 24-foot space. You could separate off an entire bedroom and create a wall space or whatever, and or put a barn door in front of your bathroom door. Because there is no bathroom door, so you put a barn door in there, and now you've got a way to kind of close the door to the bathroom with a barn door. $650, so you can take off $175, whatever that is, with that option, with those savings. More amenities. Interior ceramic wall heater, $300. I believe it's like a 250 watt heater that just mounts onto the wall. In fact, I have one right here. Can't see it, but this is how big it is. Anyway. So it's pretty slim. I have it on my other tiny house, and my sprocket, it's attached on the wall, and it works pretty good as I just, kind of keeping the cold edge off. It doesn't put off a lot of heat. Like I said, I'm not sure if this is a 250 watt version or 400 watt version. It's not a lot, which is good if you're off grid, especially because you don't want to be using a lot of heat for that. Minisplit, $2,700 if you want a Minisplit. I highly recommend Minisplits. They're very efficient units. They use like 800 to 900 watts, depending on if you're using the air conditioning or the heater. And that's if it was full on. They're very efficient where they kind of, just run for a little bit and turn the fan on and kind of blow out the air. So then they're actually much more efficient than that. But running full steam, they'd be running 800 to 900 watts. They do a great job keeping it cool, keeping it warm. And the newer ones, they're super efficient, and they can actually work down to pretty cold temperatures as well. They don't heat as well when it's really cold. You might want to get like a space heater or something like that, or the ceramic heater when it gets really cold, or like an electric fireplace or something you can hang on the wall. But for general, definitely for cooling, and then also just to kind of keep it warmer in here, I would definitely opt for a Minisplit. You can leave it running 24/7. I've had one on my Minisplit. I've had a Minisplit running on my tiny house that I built in 2015, and I literally run it 24 hours a day, and it's been 8 years. You can get a passive solar wall heater. Randy had talked about this before. It's basically the sun heats up this ceramic plate essentially on the outside, and I believe you have an air exchange back and forth and brings the hot air in and the cool air out. So it just increases the temperature of the air slightly. Again, it will help warm your home up over time, especially in milder climates. That's going to work real well. $1,500 for that. Platform beds. If you want to put have a bed with some storage underneath it, things like that, and all you want to do is put a mattress on top, you can get one of their platform beds. They offer from a twin, full, queen, or king size bed frame, $600, $700, $800, or $900. And I don't know if you could get Randy had said you can get a king that will fit in the loft, so you could actually do that. You probably just want to put a mattress in the loft. I don't know if you have enough headspace to put a frame like this and a mattress, but if you're going to do it down here on the floor, you'd want to elevate it off the floor, obviously, because it would look kind of strange, just a mattress on the floor here. But in the loft, you probably just want to be just a mattress. Solar panels. Again, you have to have the solar option, but if you want to get 2 more panels, if you already have the solar system, you can add 2 more panels for $2,000. Spare tire, $150. Tankless propane water heater, $1,800. Again, if you're trying to cut back on your electric usage, having an on-demand hot water heater that only is on when you're only needing the water, it's running off propane, not electricity for the most part. There's a little electric current, just enough to kind of ignite it, and for the electronics in there, but in the fan, but you're not actually using any kind of electric heating element, which is where generally you're looking at 1,500 watts for a normal water heater, which is a lot of power. So that's a great way to cut back on some of your electric bill. That's $1,800. If that's one of your 5 different amenities, you can take off 25%. You're looking at $450 being able to take off. So you're bringing that down to $1,350. So that's a pretty good deal. Ton boxes. Let's see. These are for the Incredi style tiny homes. $2,500 for the large one, $1,500 for the small one. They're just like a little box that kind of goes in the very front of the tiny house. And that's for a different type of tiny house. Trailer jacks. If you want jacks for your trailer, there's 4 of them. They'll give you for $2,500. Washer dryer hookup. These homes don't come with a washer dryer hookup, so if you want to have a washer dryer hookup, they can do that for you for $800 or $200 off, basically, if it's one of your 5. Keep in mind, it's not something that I would suggest doing. We are going to have a laundromat here on the property, so if you're looking to live on this property, I wouldn't suggest paying money for that because you won't need it. It's just going to drive up your water, power, and sewer bills, and you can use our laundromat and save a bunch of money doing that instead. So I would suggest doing that instead of putting in your own washer dryer hookups and all that. Wood burning stove, if you want one of those, $2,500. If you are going to get a wood burning stove, let us know because we just got to double check with the placement of it, make sure you're not too close to these pine trees and all, because obviously embers and smoke coming out of your chimney there. We want to make sure that you're far away from anything that can burn. We don't want the whole place burning down from your chimney. Ceiling fan, $450. Half moon bathroom sink, $750. The bathrooms don't come with a sink. You're basically within arm's reach of the kitchen sink. So if you want a separate sink, In the bathroom, they have a small one you can add in there for $750. Exhaust fan for your bathroom, $250. Again, there's a window right there too, but if you want to add an exhaust fan, $250. Wall to separate living area from $2,500. So again, you've got a 24-foot home. You're going to have basically a 16-foot space between the kitchen and the end of the home. So you have 16 feet in there. You could divide it up into a bedroom with a living area. You could just make it one big living area, one big bedroom. You can move the wall, give yourself a bigger bedroom, smaller living area, have a dining room in there. I mean, you can do whatever you want. If you want one of those walls, for them to build you one of those walls to separate that area, $2,500 and more, depending on how complicated you want it and how much you want to put into it. What materials, things like that. If you want to add another loft, so on that back window, above that bay window or whatever, not the side where there's already a loft, but on the far side, if you want to add another loft, depending on your dimensions and all that you want to put it, how large you want to make it, like for storage primarily, you could do that for $1,000. And that's all the amenities. I think we're at the end there. So anyway, go ahead and you can call. Here's a number. You can email sales@incredibletinyhomes.com or call 423-438-0111. And they'll go ahead and get your tiny house going for you, get your order going. And then contact us, 256-258-9499, option 2. And that will get you through here to GoTinyBeFree, so we can go ahead and secure your lot as well. So you got to buy your home, and then you can secure your lot. And again, right now, we've got $7,500 down for a lake lot. We'll secure it once you've bought your tiny home from Incredible Tiny Homes. All right, so hope that was a pretty explanatory video. Kind of went through the steps of kind of what it takes and what different options you have available to you from the standard home that they sell. And again, you've got some time to come up with the money to pay for that, and some time to come up to pay for the rest of your home, the rest of your lot as well. Got a couple of months. So anyway, that's all I want to share with you today. Just make sure we had never really addressed that or touched on that anywhere. So I wanted to kind of do a quick video to elaborate on that a little bit. So anyway, Hans Schaff here, GoTinyBeFree. We'll see you in the next video. Oh, don't forget, like and subscribe if you're not already, and leave us a comment down below and let us know what you think. What amenities are you most excited about? How many amenities are you going to get? Are you going to start? Are you going to get 5? Are you going to get 10? What are your plans? What are your ideas? Just curious what you guys think. Appreciate it. Take care.